A shot of the Celtics coming down the tunnel. They're not messing around. They're ready to get to work here at home. Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. With Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan, and we're joined by our reporter, David Aldridge, on the sidelines. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Jason Tatum.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Look at the 76ers starting group. We've got Joel Embiid. George is out there with Tyrese Maxey. And it's LaRavia in at the fourth. And for the Celtics, Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. And it's Brown in at the three. Boy, the regular season is coming to a close very quickly here, Stan. It's been a great year, hasn't it?
It's been incredible. Look, the talent level, the skill level in this league, night in and night out, just continues to get better. We see guys making great leaps. I just don't know where the end of this is, Kevin. It just is incredible.
And how lucky are we to get this front row seat? Oh, my goodness.
Every night, we are lucky. Well, this is great basketball from Holiday. Running the play to find someone a shot.
Pass to McCain. George against Brown. Here's LaRavia. It's good from long range.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And so Holiday will bring it up for the Celtics. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
Yeah, facing that hostile crowd, they've just found a way to kind of tune out the noise and focus on the game.
Give a lot of credit to this coaching staff for preparing them for that kind of environment. They went in and just executed their game plan.
Now, here's Maxey, following the miss by Porzingis. That one falls.
And Embiid practices these shots all the time, which is why he's so good from this area.
Tatum setting the pick for Holiday. Oh, Tatum in position. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Yeah, nice lob there, and what a leap by Tatum. You just have to admire that kind of play.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. And Stan, as he enters his prime, Jason Tatum is shooting to become the face of the NBA.
Yeah, and Kevin, he knows winning is the key. For a star player on a great team, learning that balance, when to take over and when to set up your teammates is a big part of it. Nice play. Porzingis, such a good finisher in the two-man game.
Maxey passes to George. From outside, off the mark.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the three ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him. And you can learn a lot about rebounding by watching this guy. Look at the fundamentals there on the box end.
Yeah, his athleticism more than makes up for his lack of size. Allows him to compete even against bigger guys.
Tatum with a screen on Maxey. Holiday, the pass to Tatum. Here's McCain. Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
Boom, he jams it straight down. Nice job capturing the moment on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Holiday with it. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Down low, Tatum. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Tatum's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And guys, it's no easy task defending Tatum inside. You can body him up, bump him, he'll still find a way.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Mason, he checked in for the Celtics. The 76ers also with a sub. Oubre's checked in for Embiid. .156 left here in the first quarter. Holiday against Maxey. Here's Laravia. Porzingis with the block.
What a swat by the big man Porzingis. You always have to be careful shooting when he's lurking.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. At this point in his career, Paul George says he's in bully mode. He said, every night I'm on the floor, I'm there to dominate. Whether it's being more physical or going right at whoever I got to go at, you're going to feel me. I'm having that approach every time. I'm there to destroy you. Love it?
I love it, though, D.A. Got to admit it. Awful powerful. Thank you.
A shifty player who really thrives on making the right play. Holiday sure runs a smooth pick and roll.
Now, here's Oubre. He's coming off a 10-point game against Washington, and that one's good. George. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Maxey against Holiday. Mason with a screen on Maxey. Here's the three. Offensive rebound. Second shot opportunity. He takes it up and lays it in.
They are just killing him on the interior.
And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for Philadelphia. They trail by one. From downtown, and it's White with the rebound.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Here is Mason, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Outside, Maxey. Oubre outside. Off target from three-point range. A big-time effort for Porzingis, providing a lot of energy for the Boston Celtics. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And we'll be back with you shortly. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for Boston.
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on it.
And also have to bring up their passing game. They've been moving the ball with great precision so far and creating great looks for their teammates.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, Oubre out there with Martin. Then there's Rollins. Then it's Joel Embiid, and it's Matthews in at the 2. Now here's Jamison. Jamison with a screen on Oubre. Just 4 to shoot. Great open look there. Mason's got 5 now. So Stan, you started in the NBA back in the mid-90s. How is coaching different from, say, now to back then?
Wow, Kevin, it's just so different and in so many ways. The players have gotten better. Bigger, faster, more skilled. There's more coaches on a staff. Strength coaches have increased in volume and in influence, so there's less practice. Everything now has to be done differently.
Everything is bigger, isn't it?
It really is.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
For Boston, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Tatum on the wing, covered by Oubre. A 3 from Tatum.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Zinkis is checked in for Boston. Holiday comes in for Pritchard. And the 76ers making a change here. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Celtics leading by 5. Holiday, the pass to Tatum, and the dunk by Tatum.
Exploding off the floor. Give Tatum room, and he will show off his athleticism at your expense.
Here's Rollins. Still yet to score. To shoot. Here's Embiid. Porzingis with the block. As we close in on the start of the playoffs, let's see how the East is stacking up. Taking a look at Boston, they've got their eye on the #1 seed as the season moves into the final stretch. Currently first place in the standings, and guys showing no signs of letting up. And of course, Philadelphia, quite a few spots down the ladder right now.
And I think for Boston, it's been the kind of start to their season that a lot of experts were predicting. And by that, I mean a very strong start.
Yeah, this is the start they wanted to have, but their goals are much bigger. They're focused on playing into June and bringing home a championship.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
Here's McCain, who's coming off a 13-point game against the Wizards in Washington. Top of the key jumper, no good. Tatum on the wing, defended by George. Jamison with a screen for Tatum. They grab their own miss. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
The 76ers trail by 11. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Embiid sets the pick for George. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. George has got 5.
A good ball handler with an advanced offensive repertoire. George is more than comfortable in the pick and roll.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with this guy. And some changes here for the Celtics. Jaylen Brown's checked in for Jamison, and Derek White subbed in for Tatum. Kelly Oubre's checked in for Philadelphia. .143 left in the first half. Porzingis with a screen on Maxey. Holiday finds Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Well, he's called the unicorn for a reason. Porzingis doing unicorn-type things tonight.
Pass to LaRavia. To the middle, here's George, and George with the stuff.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points. Here is Mason. He's got 5. It's Brown on the wing, covered by Oubre. Offensive rebound. Mason misses. The 76ers trail by 9. 50 seconds left to play here in the half.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Holiday, the pass to Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Keep getting it to this man. I mean, once Porzingis catches fire, there is no putting that out.
It's George on the wing. He had 22 points in the win against the Wizards in Washington.
And he didn't take any plays off at the defensive end. I mean, he wound up with 4 steals on the night.
Inside, got a piece of it. Oubre with the steal. Outside Maxey. Good D by Holiday.
Excellent coverage defensively, making it hard on him.
And so it's the Boston Celtics holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. Their defense has been active and effective. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Here with Nick Nurse. Coach, the efficiency wasn't there in the first half. What adjustments do you need to make?
I thought we got pretty good shots, and if we're not going to score, it makes getting our defense set up difficult. So we got to keep shooting them. Hopefully we start making some of them.
You can't score until you shoot, Coach. Thanks. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. An uphill battle so far for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Where's the intensity at the defensive end? They need to get a hand up and contest more shots.
Coach needs to encourage them to be better moving forward, just like I do with you guys.
I'd better put my feet up. It's getting deep in here. And let's turn our attention now to the Rookie of the Year race.
I think it's fair to say we know how this probably is going to shake out, but crazier things have happened.
Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. And it's been a clinic out there by Kristaps Porzingis.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Stan, you've been on the bench in the NBA for many decades. What were some of your biggest pet peeves as a coach?
Oh my gosh, Kevin, that would be a long list. But the 2 biggest would be this. I think number 1, anytime there was a lack of effort, not running back on defense, things like that, that I had a hard time tolerating. And then mental breakdowns, things we had prepared for over and over and over again. And then guys just zone out and forget what they're supposed to do. Those were things that were hard to tolerate.
Especially when you would take such care in preparing them in every way. That's got to be just, excruciating.
Frustrating as heck.
The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. White in at shooting guard, with Brown playing small forward. And it's Holiday in at the 1 spot. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Now Brown. Paul George missing from long range. Fires the 3. Here's Tatum. Inside Tatum.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Now a look at the stats for Joel Embiid.
And in the last 5 games, he's made a bunch of hustle plays on the glass more than anywhere else. His rebounding totals in these games shows a dramatic increase from his numbers during the rest of the season.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. George finds Embiid. Back to George. And it's George finishing it off.
And holding nothing back there. George gives the dunk his all.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He wants to check in with his team and regroup.
And a moment here to look at some of the stats for Tatum. And also his field goal percentage is up in the top 5. Tremendously efficient at finishing plays at the basket.
And back to your point, he's second in three-point accuracy. A lot of that has to do with mental toughness. It's just hard to force him out of his comfort zone. Here's Brown, still without a basket. 90 seconds now into the second half. And now Philadelphia on the break. And it's LaRavia missing.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Now here is Holiday. Porzingis with a screen on Maxey. And Porzingis gets it to go on the assist by Holiday. And that's 17 points for Porzingis. And the conversation for Porzingis, coach, tends to always come back to health. And what a challenge that has been for him.
Yeah, Kevin, over his career, on average, he's missed about 30 games per season. But that's not an uncommon problem, as you know, for players who stand well over 7 feet tall.
And don't sleep on Maxey's vertical. He's great at using it to hammer those down.
And here's White to the paint. Trying to find Porzingis. Gets it to him. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
They put the ball in the air, and all Porzingis has to do is hop up and get it. Nicely done.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. For the NBA, content continues to be king. Commissioner Adam Silver says the biggest issue for streaming services is what's called churn. To cancel is just a click. So it's more pay for play these days. We have to focus on people staying with you and having great content throughout the year. Kevin?
Yeah, you know, he's doing a great job, isn't he, David? Thank you so much. And here's Holiday after Paul George getting his 3 to go. Tatum with a screen on Maxey. Holiday, the pass to Tatum. Hook flush by Tatum.
Yeah, great execution in the pick and roll. Tatum being rewarded for his effort there.
Pass to LaRavia. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. McCain's shot is off. Boston leading by 14. Porzingis sets the pick for Holiday. No good with the triple. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. 1:04 left in the third. Embiid with a screen on Holiday. Here's McCain. No good from outside. For Boston, they've gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Oh, Tatum in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And Tatum gets up on these alley-oops, has a great grasp of when to attack and exploit the opponent.
So it's Philadelphia now. It's a 16-point game. Outside, Maxey. Here's LaRavia, guarded by Tatum. Outside, Maxey. Takes the 3. That's good, and that's Embiid with the assist. Maxey's got his second bucket of the night.
And one of the many ways Maxey can hurt you with his shooting, lightning fast on that release.
Right side, Tatum. The screen from Brown. That's up a 3, and that's good. Jason Tatum for 3. Tatum's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
What a performance for Jason Tatum. He has been the story so far for the Boston Celtics. His production has been flowing as he's tallied 20 points and looks to be planning for more. We've got more in store for you right after this. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great passer.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. So on the floor for Philadelphia, we've got Matthews. Martin is out there with Kelly Oubre. Then there's Rollins. And it's Embiid in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. He gets it in there. You know, Stan, when I think of you as a coach, I think defense. So let me put you on the spot as you assess the wing defenders in the NBA right now. Who are some of the top 2 or 3 that you notice?
Well, look, there's so many good ones. My favorite right now is Lou Dort because he's so strong, he's so disciplined, and he has an amazing ability to use his body even against guys that are a lot taller. He is a frustrating guy for great scorers to play against.
Now, he brought a lot to the NBA, but haven't the Thunder done a good job developing that kid?
Well, they have, and look, they've got other great defenders too, like Jalen Williams.
Right side, Jamison. Shoot from the right block. Rebound by the 76ers. Here's Rollins. Pass to Oubre to the inside. Just 5 on the clock. Rebound by Jamison. Celtics leading by 14. Here's Pritchard. Here's the lob to the hoop. Jamison, no luck.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, that just comes down to the timing being off between those two guys.
The layup missed.
Well, you can tell he's forcing things a bit at the moment. He's been trying to get it going, but this hasn't been his quarter.
Oubre passes to Rollins. Oubre, a screen on Tatum with the drive. Inside. The rebound by Mason. Mason's got 5 rebounds tonight. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Pass to Pritchard. Oh, and he's going up for the alley-oop here. And the slam dunk by Jamison.
He pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. The 76ers trail by 16. And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Kristaps Porzingis.
And his percentage from the field tonight seemed almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
And with their spot in the postseason assured, he's picking up just at the right time to be on top of his game. And here's George for 3. Hits the three-point bomb.
This is what Paul George does. He looks for any opening on the floor to create opportunities for his team.
If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Tatum deciding where to go with it. Porzingis sets the pick for Tatum. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Tatum's got 23.
And nice shot by Tatum, answering the 3 from the other end.
Back to Maxey. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance
for the Celtics.
The differential in assists led to a lot of open looks and also helped to get more guys involved in the offense easy.
And they made the defense adjust, but they just couldn't come up with an answer.
And I think, guys, we sort of expected a win here in a season already with 66 wins. Tonight's win will notch that up one more to 67. A very dominating presence they seem to have nearly every time they come out on the floor.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Porzingis.
Well, you know, his work on the glass was a key factor, helping to turn the tide as far as the possession game, and so often that's the difference.
And the 76ers with a completely new group now. And the league clearly focused on making regular season games matter. Right? You think more steps are coming?
Well, let's give the league credit because they've left no stone unturned. The play-in, the in-season tournament, the 65 games rule, all implemented with that in mind.
Now Holiday. Lets it go from deep. They get it back. Tatum. Outside Holiday. Tatum with the screen on Matthews. Holiday with the three. And the rebound goes to Martin. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Pass to Rollins. Martin with a screen on Holiday. Rollins the pass to Hampton. To the middle. And the dunk by Hampton. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And that about wraps it up. With Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, folks, on 2K Sports. And now, our player of the game, Kristaps Porzingis.
PlayStation